So like, let's re-invite back in that thought. Is so you knew you had a demon in you, which I believe we amplify our own fears.
I thought I had a demon in me.
It's like yeah. Well, I think we do have demons because we have to release them, right? I believe that somebody has keys to 3 of our things we can't remove because we have to collaborate before we can accelerate. And it's like in entrepreneurship, I kept hitting a glass ceiling, and I was smarter, I was working harder, but I was making less. And then I met somebody, and we did a rapid transformational release, kind of like hypnosis. Yep. It was like ayahuasca without the ayahuasca.
Yep.
Like sitting in here, right afterwards, unlocked everything. And Jody, I'll put her link in the description. She is incredible. She's working with me on this thing called the channel. And before people can get into the channel, like we do an exercise, which we should do that today too. And we do this exercise, and then they do 3 sessions. But it's all subconscious. It's not anything consciously people can do. Because consciously they can trick me and they can lie and they can do stuff, but I know the subconscious tells the truth. And there's 4 checkpoints where you get to understand everybody to the core of them. And there's also commonalities in what people put on their maps that I'm like, welcome to the club. So I don't even have to like, it's essentially like the universe is vetting the process for me. Wow. But it's like through this whole process, I saw like somebody was able to remove 2 blocks. Tomorrow's the 3rd block she removes for me, and a lot of cool stuff happens. But even like, so I got through the first 2 blocks even like to kind of like pull this together, where we got through the 2 blocks, and she said it takes 3 sessions to equal success with her. And I was like blown away. And then after 2, I was like, this is awesome. But I knew there's a 3rd one, but I also knew I needed to build and hit the point that I got to today where I texted her and was like, yo, tomorrow, can we do our 3rd session? I know exactly what it's for. And she's like, even her message was so awesome. She's like, let me find this real quick. I have to share this because it's freaking hilarious. I said, hey, can we do a session tomorrow and remove money blocks and receiving? She said, absolutely. I'm glad you asked. And then I was like, thank you. And then she's like, I live for this shit and shift. Because like one of our jokes is like, you got to go through the shit to feel the shift. Wow. And it's like, oh yeah. So it's like, it's so cool to have friends on the same wavelength as you, but it's amazing. Like, she wasn't going to bring it up to me. I had to bring it back to her, which is like, I think people who do healing work, it's like the best are like, we have the answer and we're waiting, but we're going to let you keep walking and running. But it's also that. And it's also like, I knew I had a 3rd one, but I also wasn't conscious of it. So instead of forcing it, I worked in my reality. I was building stuff, and I'm like, I'm doing a lot of stuff. I feel like I should be receiving. And I was like, I guess I have to ask for it.
You have such excitement.
Yeah. I have a lot. Like, this is a really big month for me. I have a manifestation board behind you. If I don't hit 1 million at the end of this month, I hit it in the middle of February. I already know what's coming in. I'm very intuitive. And I also I was told I'd make 100K this month, and it's getting towards the end of the month. But I have a lot of like big wins coming in. Yeah. But it's all the karma of 34 years of shit. Like I know I sold my soul at the first half of this life to go through the darkness, because you find the light through the darkness. You don't find the light, or you don't find what's the flip of that? I can't even say it. I'm channeling. But it's like you find the light through the darkness. And if you go through the darkest of days and learn how to smile and laugh and make friends, when the light's there, you're humble. You're not trying to like seek validation around every corner, but you share from a way that people can understand and mold into their own life, which is like the mastery of education. Like Daniel Dalen, somebody I watched on YouTube, and I'm like, how'd he do this? He made millions and then lost it all. And then the team that he built with now, it helped him become empowered and showed him his power. He showed them their power. And now they're showing the world how much fun they have working together. And it's like the full alchemy of that process is fascinating. Wow. And it's like, how do you invite this into your life now? You know?
Like what?
Like just in general, it's like I can see you're on the path of this, and it's like, how can you, and just like speaking it into existence is like, how can you dream forward and know that every moment of darkness was trials and tribulations you signed up for this moment where you realize now you have every power in the world, and you have the message, you have the story, you have the impact people are looking for, and all you have to do is share it in your own unique way.
That word gets me, the share.
Yeah,
because the word share. Because sincerely, it almost tripped me up. I got everything I could have dreamed of. Already.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, what now? Like, what now? I feel so blessed that I was in a Pilates class earlier, and I looked at myself in the mirror. And when I was 10, I would look at myself in the mirror and imagine myself like 25, and I would talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew she would be in amazement for where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I just feel so amazing with where I'm at, I think all that feels aligned is the sharing of it.
Yeah.
Really.
That's how you know you're a genius, because it's like you've mastered yourself. Now it's time for you to help share your message. And the best teachers master themselves, their message, and then share it with the world.
I can tell even how much that word master, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
But
do you know your life path number? Are you at 33?
Yeah. No, my life path number is a 6.
A 6? So balance. So you teach the world balance, and you're probably meant to work from home. So it's like you're probably a contract worker in occupational therapy and art that invites people into their home that feels safe.
Yeah.
Or you travel to their home and you bring the safety and security to them and make their home feel safe to them.
Yes, that's what it really feels like to me, honestly.
You want to do a cool exercise?
Yeah, I would love to.
I love flexing this online. This is going to be, I draw 3 pyramids and I change the world with the 3 pyramids.
Okay.
I love this model. So think of one famous person across all social media platforms that endlessly inspires you. Like mine is Elon Musk. I love Elon's mind. I love his mission.
Wow.
I love how people shit on him. And I'm like, you guys have no idea what he's doing. Like he's following his path so true. He doesn't care what you think. Like you're the noise to Elon's beauty.
One person online inspires me?
Yeah, who's that famous person? Like anytime they drop a piece of content, you're like, hold on. Well, like, will you be on this podcast? And
I
like,
want this to be really genuine, so yeah, second.
Yeah, think about, is it like a healer? Is it an artist? Is it a creative? Is it your mom? It can be your mom.
It would be the artidote.
Artidote. Okay, and you'll have to decode these. Artidote. I'm just going to write them down, and I might not spell them right, but then I'll have you, we'll circle back to all these and say the first one that pops in your mind is subconscious.
Yep.
So think of a fictional character. Can be a person like Robert De Niro playing Tony Stark, or it can be a cartoon.
Okay.
That when you saw that movie or that thing, you were like, that's me, but I'm watching my life in a cartoon in front of me.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan, perfect. So you never want to grow up.
Yeah, and there's this beautiful place called Neverland.
Yeah, it exists. I think we're in it. I think it's called Austin,
exactly.
Texas. Yeah. When I came here, I was like, I'm in my nirvana.
So I didn't realize it was the song that I sang high school year, like on stage. I was in choir. And it was Lost Boy, like the one that, I don't know, it was popular for a while. You can look it up. And then I realized 7 years after singing it all the time, it was a story of my freaking life.
Yeah. 7 years ago on January 24th, so 2018, and this year is my 7 years from my first download, and I re-downloaded this all on an awakening on 12/13 at 17:16 p.m. The exact same download, the exact same thing, and I was like, oh, I have all the tools, gifts, talent, and people around me to build this. So I was like, 7 years ago, I thought I was building it, but I was learning the lessons to build it, and now I'm like, oh, this doesn't have to come around another time. We got it.
Nice.
And it's like that 7 year mark is huge. And then 10 years, every 10 years, we're in a cycle.
Yeah.
And then Neptune just shifted shifting at the end of this month from Pisces for the last time into Aries.
Wow.
So it's like the fog of like our dreams has been shown to us. Now it's burning in Aries, and the world reset on its 10 year. Like a lot of stuff's going to happen this year.
This year feels really great.
Yeah, and think about the last 13 years. The journey you're on probably started 13 years ago. And like that's when I was in nursing school, and I was like, I don't know what I want to be. Now I'm very clear on who I am and what I do.
Oh, very interesting. I chose occupational therapy 13 years ago.
Yeah, for people who don't believe in astrology, when you look at it backwards, it decodes everything. So it's like the last 13 years, if anybody watching this, like you've been on a journey, where are you at now, what's shifting? Take the momentum and build with it. All right, last one here. What is somebody in your circle immediately around you who's just ahead of you? And a good indicator is like when they get a win, you're slightly jealous, because jealousy is a good direction of where you need to go, but you're also cheering them on and you're like, good job, bestie. I'm proud of you.
I got you. Shout out to Claire.
Claire. All right, Claire, I don't know you yet, but we'll probably meet. So then what is the overlap? So we want to go to the simplest point, the absolute root of all this.
Okay.
And I'll help you through this, is Artidote, Peter Pan, and Claire. What do they have in common that overlaps?
Ooh.
And I think, what does Archetype do?
I mean, the first thing that I thought of was dream.
Dream, cool.
Yeah.
Dreaming's huge. We've been talking about that a lot today.
Yeah, dream.
So then what other words pop in your mind? And we can even go from like Peter Pan to Archetype. How do they relate?
I have something that came.
Cool.
Taking the leap.
So trust.
Yeah.
And then what's the last word? What does Claire do?
Action.
Action, cool. Perfect. I love you tuned into it. That's what I was like, I think you will. And then I gotta jump over. All right, let's jump over to this other one. And I got that my NASA dude hitting me up. So I might be texting, so don't be distracted. But think if God was like, Alissa, you can only do 3 things for the rest of your life.
Okay.
What are those 3 things that you need to do every day? Or another way to say it is like you have 3 hours, you have to do 3 things.
Okay.
What are those 3 things?
Now they can be like the simplest things or the So it's just 3 things that I get to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, for mine, they're adventure travel, which is exploring, collaboration, which is connection, and then what's my third one? Metaphysics. So it can be ayahuasca, it can be plant med, it can be astrology, numerology, human design. But when I put those 3 things together, like,
oh, nice.
The world shifts.
Okay, I would definitely have to say, spiritual exploration. I guess what you call metaphysics, but I would say spiritual.
So let's just say exploration.
Yeah, exploration.
Because and I'll show you this with the root. Exploration's a root for you, and you can do it through relationships, connections, metaphysics. So it's like once you know the root, you can expand it. But if you say spiritual exploration, then it's like you just put a glass ceiling there between you and your gifts.
Exploration. Okay, 2 other things
cool.
You can text while I think. And then maybe they can write these as well.
Yeah. Perfect. What else?
Okay, well.
I feel like self-expression's big for you.
Well, I was going to say song circles.
Song circles, cool. So what is a song circle to you at the core of it?
Yeah, it's self-expression.
I love how we can play. People are going to be like, how does Chris always know what to say? And it's like, you guys will learn one day. So then, cool, self-expression. We'll just write that in here.
Exploration. Self-expression. Ooh, the third one.
What's the third one? So you like to explore, you like to express yourself. I think I got a C word popping in my mind.
Okay.
So when you work with patients in occupational therapy, what are you doing?
Well, so I was going to say the word safety comes to mind.
Safety.
What were you going to say?
Connection.
Oh, nice.
So when you work with patients one-on-one, you're connecting. When you're podcasting, we're connecting. And then
I love connection.
Yeah, when you're creating and drawing, you're also connecting.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I'd say connecting, but what was that other one you said?
Well, safety.
Safety. But that's what you create.
Yeah, I love safety in connection.
So I bet safety comes up on this next triangle.
Oh, okay.
So this third one is think about 3 brands that you see in the world and how do they show up in your life? Like mine are Tesla, SpaceX, and Google. None of them market because they're so aligned and solid brands. They don't have to market.
Okay.
And they're very aesthetic. They're very futuristic. And anytime they drop something, I'm like,
you love it.
Damn.
Yeah, you love it.
And they're all in Austin.
Wow. So think of 3 brands for me that what?
That inspire you when you see them. Like, is there an artist brand of like Miami Tattoo or something that you're like, damn, I love that show? Or like, what's that brand? Like brands can be TV shows. They can be people if they're personal brands.
Yeah, it was this local artist, Tiff's Tats.
Tiff Tat? Cool.
She does tattoos. I like looking at her things.
Cool. Yeah, and then 2 other ones.
Let's see here. Golden Pine Village.
Pine. I know that place. You have
It's
to tell
amazing.
them, you have to tell them about me.
I love them.
They got to see they got to see their own shadow in me instead of me. They wouldn't see me out there, yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, well, we'll have to talk off camera.
Okay.
We'll have to talk off camera.
So, Tiff Tat, Golden Pine Village. So not a brand person. Hold on. I mean, it's father-son business that they both make jewelry.
Okay.
I just
What's it
really
called?
love them. I don't even know what it's
Okay,
called.
so father-son jewelry.
Yeah.
Okay, father-son.
Those are the 3 that came.
Okay, cool. So what's the overlap between these 3? So you got a tattoo artist, Golden Pines, which is like a dope retreat, little village area. It's cool.
Yeah.
So it's like a retreat, art, and what is this?
It's a jewelry business made by a family.
So what excites you about each of these? Like, so Tiff Taff, let's just break that down. What is one word that gets to the root of what Tiff Taff does?
Ooh, I would have to say, oh my God, it's so beautiful what she creates.
So is it aesthetic?
It's aesthetic.
Okay, cool.
I wanted to say aesthetic and I didn't.
Well, that's what I'm just playing with my gifts.
Yeah, it's aesthetic.
All right. So then, what's Golden Pines to you?
Both Golden Pine and that one is family.
Family, cool. And then, what's your last one? Aesthetic,
oh my
family.
God. I would have to say.
Can I help?
There's one word that comes to mind.
What is it?
Willingness.
Willingness?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to help?
Creative? Like creations?
There is that's more the
creation.
theme.
Yeah, I think, because it's like, and then what we do here, so now, look at these on the corners or in the inside. Where do your eyes go instantly?
Dream.
Dream. So you need to dream more. So it's a subconscious map. This works on any algorithm, any platform, any business, any partnership, any day. If your energy's low, look into these. If your energy's high, look into these. You'll bring yourself back to homeostasis. But you can literally look at this piece of paper. Yeah, you can take this home with you too. Like, this is a piece of paper you'll never throw away. But it's like whenever you feel off, if you just look at it, your eyes will go into the archetypes you need to embody, the businesses you're trying to build, or what you need to do to stay in your genius. Because when you put it all together, that's when success happens. So it's the embodiment of the avatars in the future world. Like, I believe future versions of us are in front of us to remind us of who we are and what we need. And then companies that remind us of what we're here to build. And then simple things that we can do every day to rebalance our energy. So if we're too high or too low, we find homeostasis.
No, I love this because this feels so true to me. Like when I see this.
Yeah, that's your authenticity and alignment. That's
what I've been really working on is not mirroring other people. So it's even a practice with him.
And that's the hard thing is like the hardest part of my life was I'm so intuitive that when I was around people, their dreams became mine. And I actually had to go sovereign and kind of isolate. Exactly. And then all that stuff faded and what was left was my dream. And then I'm like, oh, thank you, God.
Yeah, I know. It feels really nice to be true because, like he said, Tesla, SpaceX. I don't know. These big
Tesla, SpaceX, and
little,
Google.
father-son jewelry business.
Yeah, and I bet I partner with all those businesses very soon.
But this is what's true to me. So it's really nice to see that. Feels really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the secret of this map, you got to figure out this last part, but I can help you whenever. But it's you draw a line down. And when you can write one sentence that is precise language, so it's they're all absolutes, and it's the shortest way you can say it. Like, like an I am statement? Yeah. So mine is like, I'm a diplomatic, interstellar Freemason here to create a higher vibration in the world through simply being me.
Do you have brothers?
I don't. I have doppelgangers. And I have a sister. She's so unique. It's so funny. My family is very well placed. Oh. Like my dad's my reminder. If I don't follow my gut, I become him, and I don't want to become him. He created a great entrepreneur, but I don't want to be him. And then my mom's all about fantasy, no action, so she's also a reminder. And then my sister's like, I just want to build a family in the Midwest and disappear. And I'm like, maybe one day, but none of those are my dreams. But they're all
Where does your sister live?
Butler, Missouri, I think.
Okay.
Middle of nowhere.
My sister, she also lives in the middle of nowhere in the Midwest, and she is just building a family. Yeah. And it's like, I believe these people are placed in our lives because we're meant to break patterns and trends in our family. And it's like, why are we the black sheep? Well, we're so different. We create a change. And it's not about being like, look at me and what I'm doing. It's like, I'm going to follow myself so blindly and not listen to you, not to shame or not to like cause you to doubt yourself. I'm trusting myself. And when it all manifests, they're like, how did they do it? And it's the greatest inspiration. No, it is beautiful. Yeah.
And then it's like, my parents will find their success here very shortly because they'll be like, that son of a gun quit nursing. He told us he didn't want to go back, and he followed his dreams, though it got close a lot.
My mom used to be anti plant medicines, everything. And
she's opening up
now she goes on journeys and says things that come out of her mouth that I could have only dreamed of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. My mom's birthday is actually a day before mine.
Oh.
She has Albert Einstein's birthday.
Wow.
And I told her, I gave her the greatest gift. She's like, I was in the hospital for your birth. And I was like, yeah, I came out the next day so we could have separate birthdays. Cut it pretty close. But it's like...
When's your birthday?
March 15th.
Okay, nice.
So it's cool to see my mom, though. She's very open. Her body, I always tell her, I'm like, your mind's going to trick you. But when I say stuff to you, listen to your body. And from 5 years ago, she's just like quantum leaped into like, I can tell her about spiritual experiences. And she doesn't understand them, but she feels them. Oh. And even like she's starting to awaken in the most fun ways. And I'm like, I can't wait to hire you. When am I going to hire you?
Oh, that's so beautiful.
But it's so cool. Like she's been the one who supported me. Even when I was like, she's like, I know he's trusting himself, but I don't know what's happening. My mom was always there to be like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm a Pisces too, and I'll walk this path with you.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
Versus like my dad had the most resistance, but he'll have the greatest lesson come from it all because he'll see my mom's success and how she supported me and how I was able to give to her first. But it's like my dad's is delayed on his own willingness to, surrender to the cosmos and stop trying to control everything. But it's so cool how even that little domino effect will take its form and I have to do nothing but still be myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And create in the world and being an interstellar diplomatic Freemason.
Nice. Do I come up with the statement now?
Yeah, if you know it. And if you don't, like, just let it come to you shortly. Like, as you see my board over there, like, I downloaded that last week. I help founders create more by doing less. That took like 7 years, but I sat at this thing the other night and I was like, I got it. And then I pitched it to a guy who I have a meeting with on Wednesday. This is exact branding. Wow. And I was like, whoops, I'm really good at stumbling into stuff.
Yeah, it's got to be you that... You told me that on our first interview.
What?
That? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where it's like, it was a lot longer, but it's like very concise now. And now my underlining statement is create more, do less. I'm going to
either let this randomly come through during this, or it'll come through later.
Yeah, and you don't, and that's the thing is like, don't force it, let it flow. But it's like my superpower is I get curious about stuff, and I'll be like, I am so curious.
No, I love the curiosity.
And then it manifests in 2 days or less, and I'm like, whoa.
No, the curiosity is everything for me right now.
So get curious on it. You can take this piece of paper and like create with it.
I will.
So we actually do have only a couple minutes left on this episode. We have 7 minutes left,
but funny, wow.
Yeah, welcome to flow states. It's like when you're in the plane, you're not moving at all. When you're on the wing, you're going 500 miles per hour, and when you're 3 miles away, it's floating in the air. Right? That's relativity. So we've been in a flow state. How can we come back to reality from these 2 episodes, from everything you've learned?
Back to reality. That's funny.
Yeah, I'll land you so you aren't lost in reality walking around Austin. You might be in Wonderland.
This is my Wonderland. When I realized that, it was next level.
It's a bubble.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. I love that you said the curiosity. I definitely went through one of the darkest periods of my life last year because I stopped being curious. It was easy for me to start feeling so intuitive that I started thinking that I knew exactly what was coming. And as cool as that feels sometimes, to feel all psychic and to feel all, wow, I knew that, it killed the wonder of this.
Yeah, curiosity is the link to intuition, if you want my perspective.
Nice, I like that.
Because when you get curious, then you create your ego to start working for you so it gets out of the way, and then intuition comes in right behind it. Because then the ego is stroking
intuition.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Because most people try to shut down their ego. I put mine to work. It's like Siri. I'll be like, hey, figure out what I'm having for dinner. And then magically dinner shows up and I know what to cook.
Sorry, I think that should be a quote. Most people try to kill their ego, but I put mine to work.
Yeah, I make mine like...
I need to...
But it wants a job, right? Like it's endlessly in your mind, and if you don't pay it attention, it's like let your shadow go. Like Jeff Bezos made billions off his shadow. Elon Musk has made billions off his shadow. Entrepreneurs integrate their shadow, and it endlessly markets for them.
Yeah.
So it's like your shadow is a great tool that people shame, and your ego just wants a job. So like if you don't know what you're going to wear today, put it to work and say, hey, what am I wearing today? Why don't you take a shower? Or like, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? I don't know. So mine's going to work now.
Yeah.
But then it pings spirit and it brings it all back to you.
It came to me. I feel like I know how to wrap this up, but how much time?
Oh, you got 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. It was my first ever journey of any kind. It was an MDMA journey. And I walked in with, 15 years worth of shame, because I feel called to go to the source of that. And I had been shaming myself the entire retreat about how I was the cheater. I was the cheater. I was the cheater. All these women were so much better than me, blah, blah, blah. Now, I had a beautiful journey, changed my freaking life. And then after, in secret, each one of those women came up to me, nearly all of them, and shared the time in their life when they had done that or participated in it. They said, thank you for saying that. They still weren't ready to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Right?
But they cleared it with you because you spoke up.
Yes. And so the biggest thing that I was shaming, that I put myself away from people. So now I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm so passionate. I can say the thing out loud. Now I don't want it to become all of me.
Yeah. No, it's your message, but it's like now you can detach from that and teach it to another way.
Yeah.
Now it's like you're teaching the lessons and letting go of the wound.
Yeah. When I realized that I was willing to share something that other people weren't ready to share yet. And that's what feels like the next part of my journey, is sharing things that might be a little new to share.
That's called being a thought leader. I realized too, I'm so tapped into the collective unconsciousness. Carl Jung did it by creating the Red Book and sharing it, but it was also delayed. And I'm like, I almost feel like I know what's happening before it happens. So what if I just speak it? And then I become a thought leader. And I think that's what I'm becoming in Austin, is a thought leader.
I like that.
And it's even with this podcast and other modalities where I get to work with people that it comes through, but it's not, it just naturally happens.
Yeah.
And it's like, when you speak up, there's a ton of people that want to share but aren't empowered to. And if you are, you're the thought leader. You also create the wave that unlocks them from all their shame and guilt and judgment. And it's like by simply sharing what you're unsure of and stepping up into your power, you create a safe space for others to share with you what they want to release.
Exactly. And then actually, once I transmuted all of that shame, that lower frequency stuff, I actually had a reflection that people started judging me. They finally told me why. And it was because of how nice I was.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized, oh my God, this judgment thing exists pretty much no matter.
And if you carry a bright light, like people don't realize it, but I trigger a lot of spiritual communities here in Austin because I have a very bright light. And it's never like, I'm like, why are they? I'm like, fuck, we're getting some demons out of them, hold some space, but also like, don't fawn. And it gets tricky, but it's also like when you're a healer and you're not trying to heal, like shit happens to people and you have to know how to own your shit in the moment and then like navigate it. Cause even like sometimes I don't try and I'm like, here we go again.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, all right, like, thank you God for showing me this, but like, how are you going to help me through this?
Yeah.
And it always solves itself, but it's like, I think it's an important part of being a leader is knowing like you're going to trigger some people.
Yeah. I realized even in my joy.
Yeah. They're going to,
so,
cause they're living in the flip vibration.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're like loving shame and guilt and don't know how much they love it. And you're showing them joy and they're like, why is she so happy? Yeah. But it's like, keep being happy because you're going to force that negativity out of them by being yourself. And they'll have a like, oh shit, thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, let's land this one.
I felt
Go ahead
that
and
too.
hit us with your socials before this one cuts off. We got 50 seconds.
I go by Alissa Ann. So _Alissa Ann on Instagram. That's the best way.
Perfect. And then when we build something, I feel like we're going to build something. We'll drop that link in this bio because this video is forever. And if you're watching it, thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you on the next episode. Stay tuned to the channel and then follow Alissa on Instagram. And then watch what else she builds. She has a YouTube channel too.
I do.
Peace out, y'all. Have a good day.
Bye.